Lower your voice. Slow your breathing. Most people believe danger looks aggressive. They imagine raised voices, dominance, force, intimidation. Machiavelli warned us of something far more unsettling. The most dangerous people never look dangerous. They don't rush. They don't argue. They don't explain themselves. They observe. They wait. And when they move, the outcome has already been decided. If you stay with me long enough, you won't become cruel. You won't become heartless. You'll become unreadable. And in a world that survives by predicting you, that alone is power. Before we go any further, subscribe. Not because this is entertainment, but because this is the kind of understanding people only search for after loyalty fails them, after kindness is exploited, after being good costs them everything. Machiavelli lived in a brutal world, but he observed a timeless truth. Human nature does not change, only the costumes do. From childhood you were taught a dangerous lesson. Be open. Be honest. Show your intentions. Say how you feel. It sounds virtuous. It feels moral. But Machiavelli would call it unprotected exposure. Goodness without awareness is not virtue. It is vulnerability. Not everyone you meet deserves access to your inner world. Yet you were taught to give it freely, as if transparency itself guarantees safety. It doesn't. Machiavelli noticed something most people avoid admitting. Good people lose more often, not because goodness is weak, but because goodness is predictable. Predictability is the favorite tool of manipulation. The moment someone understands how you react under pressure, what you tolerate, what you forgive too quickly, what you fear losing, they gain leverage. And most people don't even realize they're being studied. People watch how fast you reply, how much you explain, how you behave when ignored, how you respond to disrespect disguised as jokes. They are mapping you. The truly dangerous individual interrupts this process by becoming inconsistent in response, but consistent in principle. Machiavelli understood that power does not come from chaos, but from selective unpredictability. You don't react immediately. You pause, and in that pause others reveal themselves. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is pressure. People talk when they are uncomfortable. They over-explain when they are afraid. They expose themselves when you give them space to fill. This is why Machiavelli distrusted the idea of being fully understood. Being understood feels validating, but it removes mystery. And mystery is protection. The more people think they know you, the easier you are to control. You don't owe the world clarity. You owe yourself safety. The phrase "just be real" has destroyed more people than it has saved, because reality without discretion becomes confession. Your fears are not a public resource. Your plans are not a group project. Your next move should never be obvious. The most powerful individuals reveal just enough to appear human, but never enough to be cornered. This is not deception. It is self-preservation. Machiavelli was often accused of promoting cruelty. That accusation comes from shallow reading. He never said, "Be evil." He said, "Do not be naive." Naivete assumes others share your values. Wisdom observes patterns before offering trust. Most betrayals don't come from enemies. They come from misplaced faith. Watch behavior under inconvenience. Watch consistency when there is nothing to gain. Watch who respects boundaries without resentment. People reveal themselves eventually. Your job is not to rush the revelation. Another dangerous lie you were taught is that being liked is essential. Machiavelli dismantled this illusion completely. Liking is emotional, and emotions change. Respect is structural. It survives disappointment. People like you when you are agreeable. They respect you when you are grounded. A person desperate for approval can be controlled with withdrawal alone. But someone comfortable with being misunderstood cannot be threatened with disapproval. This is where danger begins, not in aggression, but in self-possession. You don't threaten. You don't raise your voice. You don't prove your point endlessly. You withdraw access, and withdrawal unsettles those who benefited from your availability. Discipline is often mistaken for coldness, but discipline is clarity. Emotional reactions feel justified, but they leak information. Composure conceals intention. The dangerous individual does not react from emotion. They respond from awareness. They understand that every reaction teaches others how to treat them next time. This is why Machiavelli valued restraint over impulse, silence over defense, observation over explanation. Not every accusation deserves an answer. Not every misunderstanding deserves correction. Not every battle deserves participation. Power is conserved energy. Most people exhaust themselves trying to be seen as good, trying to be understood, trying to be validated. Machiavelli would tell you, stop performing virtue and start practicing discernment, because the world does not reward goodness consistently. It rewards leverage, and leverage comes from knowing when to speak, when to move, and when to disappear. Power changes how people see you. Some will admire you. Some will resent you. Some will wait patiently for a mistake. This is inevitable. So use this knowledge carefully, not to dominate, not to manipulate, but to protect yourself in a world that punishes the unguarded. The most dangerous person in the room is not the loudest, not the angriest, not the most intimidating. It is the one who understands the game and chooses when and if to play. If this shifted how you see people, subscribe and stay, because awareness is the first form of power. And once you see clearly, you can never be controlled the same way again.